Hey kids, Mark Miller here. Welcome to another episode of CodeRushed, where we are dog fooding CodeRush live during the day and or night, wherever you are, whatever time it is over there, your time over there. Notice Surly Dev showed up in the chat room early. Surly Dev, good to have you with us here today. Let's jump in and start writing some code because, you know, that's what we do. Fred, you're with us today? Good? You good? Can't quite tell if Fred's with us today or not. Looks like Fred is not with us today. Interesting. Looks like Fred needs a refresh here. Let's do that just now. Let's do a refresh of the front overlay. Send some data over. Let's open up PowerPoint because we're doing the spec over there. There we go. Fred's good. All right. Here's what we were working on yesterday. This is our spec, basically. The idea is we select, we wanted to do a couple things. We wanted to mimic the selection rectangles inside the used in PowerPoint when an image is selected. We wanted to add buttons around the edge to rotate. These buttons here that I've kind of got specced out here are for mirroring the image top to bottom or mirroring the images left to right. I want to put these buttons here and here. I'm not even sure I can actually mirror images yet. I think I can, but I'm not sure. And I also want, hold on, storyboard shapes. Do I have a slider in here? Fine. Double click it. There we go. I also want a hue shift right underneath it. And maybe even, it's a little crazy, but maybe even a range selector to filter out the hue shifting. So normally we might say we're going to hue shift all hues, but I might also come in and say, well, I want to only hue shift like the reds or something like that, and I want to shift them in this range. So kind of a cool effect, allow us to change, for example, the bed sheet color without changing the wood color, for example. That's kind of the idea there that we can do with that combo. So I've got, and I'm not sure how to do really hue shifting either. I've got a kind of a low-level sense of how I can shift a single pixel's hue. But from a performance standpoint, I have a feeling I'm going to need to, every time I change the hue, create a very specific image, do all the work in that image, load it, and then I'm done. And save that image until I need it next time. So that's kind of what I want to do. I want to put the controls for editing the selection around it. That's what I want to do today. Let's go ahead and run it. And you can see what we've got here with the latest source. Surly Dev. There we go.
Surly Dev is in the house.
Yeah, Surly triggered his announcement before the show started. All right. Here we go. There it is right there. Okay, so we drop a piece on here. There it is. Nice. There's some really cool stuff going on here. By the way, I did a special show yesterday after the regular one stopped and added a few more things here. One of the things I really like about this is the UI elements don't scale, right? So I can zoom in and out and the UI elements are still the same shape here and here. I can't click on them right now because I'm in stamp mode, but I can get out and you can tell I'm in stamp mode because of the image that follows the mouse. Means if I click over here, it'll drop one. Click over there, it'll drop one. Now it selects the last one I dropped. If I hit escape, I can now interact with these and I can start rotating these around, that sort of thing. Not so exciting with that, but here, if I do that and hit escape, I can now rotate. So it's cool. It's pretty fast to move this, to manipulate this around, that sort of thing. So I kind of like that. And I have the dragging working, and I have multiple selection dragging working as well. So I can say, let's move these over here. I kind of want to add a control drag to copy them, but I haven't done that yet. But I don't think that's going to be hard to do. So I think we're going to work on flipping the image left and right, horizontally, and an image we want to test that's a good image to test with. Let's see if we can find a good one. Probably in our statues, we've got, like, this would be an image we could flip left and right, I suppose. Oh, another one that would actually be a really good one is in life signs. I've got foot trails that go one way, but they don't go the other way. So that would be a good one to do. So the question is, should I put the UI in first before I find out if I can switch it or not? And I'm kind of leaning to a yes, although you might be like, wait, what? You're going to do that? You put the UI in before you're even sure about it? But it's not too hard to put the UI in. And putting the UI in will, it's a feature I want, and so it'll kind of really motivate me to solve the problem, even though, even if we hit a dead end. So I think I'm going to do that. So let's do that. I think all I have to do is copy this right here. I want to, I'm changing this slightly though. One of the things I had to do, if you'll notice in this UI, let me zoom in on it so you can see it. This UI has no outlines in it at all. So there's no outline around the edge. There's no outline here. And that's important for when I have to do the scaling up and down, because what we're doing is we're scaling this image up and down. And if I have an outline, then I also am forced to scale the outline up and down. One of the ways around that, though, it just occurred to me, here, let's fix that in this spec here. Let's grab this and turn the outline off, but we'll duplicate this, and we'll say shape fill, and we'll grab the outline color from here. We'll move it back, and we'll make it a little bigger. Although I can't quite see. Let me undo this a second here. Let me ungroup of it, I mean. Let's zoom in here and make it just a little bigger. Send it to the back. Perfect. That's what we're looking for. So we want to do, so if you want to do vector-based, outline like we've got here, you want to really do it with two solid shapes. That's the easiest way to do it. So let's center both of those. And I think that feels pretty good to me. Let's group all of those. That's button 1. Let's kill this, and we're going to just reduplicate this one. Drag it down over here and do that. That's button 2. All right, so let's put these in. Now, the way I was doing this is I was using the resources here to do it. So I think I'm going to just do the same thing. Will XAML hot reload allow me to add resources? Let's see. Copied that to clipboard, pasting it in here. CodeRushed says, oh, you're pasting a vector graphic. I can work with that, and it turns it into a view box for you. Really sweet feature of CodeRushed. Okay, so we're going to call this button. And which one did I copy? It's the flip vertical. Like that. So we've given it a key. I need a mouse down. What is it not like? No, not supported by hot reload. Okay. That's all right. I'm not going to worry about it. We'll close out of here. We'll do it like this. Since we're here in this space, though, since we're in this space, meaning we've stopped running, let's add both buttons. So there's my mouse down, my new event handler. Let's go in here. Let's give it a name. I want to call it button flip vertical mouse down. Paste. There we go. There's my button flip vertical. And now let's add my button flip horizontal. So just copy that to the clipboard. Come back over here inside the XAML. Paste it in. Let's add the key for it, XK. Template gives me this. And we're going to call this button, btn flip horizontal. Like that. Let's give it an on click. Mouse down. Whoops. And then rename. There it is right there. So now we've got these two pieces here and here. Certainly Dev is saying hi to Will Bennett and Jetsam. Are they lurking? Did you spot those lurkers out there? Certainly Dev's asking how you guys doing. How are you guys doing? Everybody good today? Ready to try to solve some problems with the code? Caught! Jetsam says caught. You're caught, Surly Dev. We saw you. You're on our 6. Oh, sorry, I said Surly Dev. Jetsam. Jetsam is in the house. So glowing. Look at that. So nice. Welcome. Glad to have you here. Always got a duck when that plane comes in. Flying a little low. Okay. Now we got to figure out how to flip it. What's going on with my rotate left? Ooh, I think I know what's happening. I'm changing a property. When I change the property, if it's not equal to it, I set the image to null. And then the next time I need the image, I rebuild it. I call create image, passing in the angle and the scale. All right, what's going on with scale? I wrote this code like 2 days ago, I think, and scale transform. Okay, cool. Look at this. Look at this. Okay, good, good, good. I'm wondering if I really need to pass in these as parameters, because I was kind of, what is this? Is this going to be, because I think this could be static. I almost think this is a staticable thing, and if it's static, it shouldn't be here. File name. I can make that a parameter. All right, let's do this. Let's also do this. And can I select that and hit Shift Enter? Yeah, look at that. That's so sweet. CodeRush's duplicate selection. If I just selected that, it sees that it's part of a whole variable declaration. And then I'll show this one more time so you can see this. I want to create scale Y, so I select just the X, hit Shift Enter, and then type in the Y. That's all I have to do. All right, so now we're going to pass in scale for both of those, like that. So now I've got those two, and now create image. I'm going to get rid of this. I'm going to pop it into image utils, like that. And let's go declare it. And let's paste that code, or actually we can just do this. To get it all, looks like I got it all. And scale Y, we're gonna pop that there, okay? All right, so my theory is if I put a negative number in for scale Y, that scale transform will work and flip it the other way. That's my theory. I don't know, but let's see if I hit F1 on that. That gets me what I want. Yeah, look at that. That's what I'm looking for right there. Negative values flip the scaled object horizontally. Sweet. Okay, so now we can flip. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a Boolean property. So I'm going to type in PB for property type Boolean, and we're going to call this flip horizontally, like that. And I'm going to come in here, hit the CodeRushed key, and choose introduce setter guard clause right here, which basically just says, hey, if everything is the same, no changes, we're going to get out. Because I want to add some code here that if we're changing it, I want to come in and say image, lowercase image equals null. like that. There we go. Okay, let's flip horizontally. Let's select that whole thing and duplicate it, and now make a flip vertically, like that. And let's take our flip horizontally, duplicate that, and there CodeRushed goes in and fills the flip vertically. Cool, cool, cool. Fred's back on screen. Still good, Fred? Yeah, Fred's good. Okay. Fred, how was your, you got any plans for this weekend, Fred? Okay. Maybe you and I should hang out and, no? No, not interested. Okay, fine, Fred. Fine, Fred. Okay, so now we got flip horizontally, flip vertically. These are going to default to false. I'm okay with that. If we change them, we are going to set image to null. Then we can come down in here when we call create image, and we need to do a little bit more work here. Let's add some block delimiters there, and we want to say something like this. We need a I'm going to do this. Interesting. That is not working there. I want to try something here. Works there. Does not work there. Hold on, we got a bug to report. Okay, here's the issue. Start. All right, kids. I'm trying to declare a variable inside my getter for my property here. I type in V for variable, D for double, and it gives me video drawing. I do it up here. VD totally works like expected. Do it here. VD totally works as expected. Do it here. VD totally works as expected. And yet here inside my getter, it does not work. Code compiles. Think. Pretty sure it does. Building now. Yeah, build succeeded right there. There it is right there. Build succeeded. So something's wrong. I wonder if, let's see if I need a setter in here. Let's just get rid of this line of code and type in VD here. Works there. Does it work up here now? Does not work in my getter.
Geniscu 7, where are you? We need your help.
Doesn't work here.
Oh, God, all right.
Geniscu 7 shows up right here in
I am.
the middle of my bug report. Field of images. So Geniscu 7, yeah. So look at this. So look at this. VD here works. VD here does not work. What's wrong there, kids? Why doesn't it work there? That's your bug. Fix that, find that. Thanks, dev team. Appreciate your hard work. Let me finish the reporting of the bug here. Bug v type fails to declare variable. And there it is. Bug report generated. Okay. Because we're dog fooding, kids, so we look for bugs. That's what we're doing. All right, so anyway, let's get back to the coding part. Get rid of the set here. And by the way, this code, devs, if you're still watching, this is stamp.cs. This is out in the Mr. Announcer Bot project, which is right out there. I'll put that out in the chat room as well. If you need that source code, I don't think you're going to need that source code to declare it, to duplicate it, though. I think it'll be fine. Okay, so now I want to say this is going to be my horizontal flip factor. I'm going to set it equal to 1, like that. I'm going to create another one, and I'm going to call it the vertical flip factor and set it to 1. Then I'm going to say, hey, if flip horizontally, then that's equal to a -1. Oh, I've got a template for this. If it's on the clipboard, S-1 should do that. Good. And select the whole thing, duplicate line, and look at that. Thank you, CodeRushed. And now I can come in here and say my vertical, this is my Y, right? So that times the vertical, and this one times the horizontal, and that should flip it. Holy cow. Wouldn't that be awesome if it did? Okay, so now I need code to do it. We've got a breakpoint. We can add the code later. It's going to look a lot like this. Begin update. We're going to flip everything. That sort of thing. I think it's going to work. I think it's going to work. All right, let's try it. Wouldn't that be exciting? We get a feature in like just a few minutes, 23 minutes. Okay. Here we are. Anybody nervous? All right, let's go to the statues, grab this guy, put him out over here. Do we see the buttons? Wah! We don't see the buttons. That's not good. Let's go find where we're adding this button and add it in the other places too. There it is. Okay, so we need some smart code here. All right, so we'll drop another one. We should get the breakpoint there. Okay, now we need to add some more. So we're going to say rotate, we want, oh no. Come on, I'm trying to code. Don't do that. No. My show. No, it's not a good time, Pudding. It's my show. Pudding before lunch? Heck yeah, says Jetsam. Come on, Pudding. I'm trying to fast here. I'm trying to do keto. Always a good time, says Pudding. Okay, flip horizontally, I think is what we called it. And we want to put that on the right side of the selection, but we want to put it in the midpoint. We want to center it on the midpoint. So the midpoint is going to be top plus height divided by 2 minus button size divided by 2. That should put it over on the right. And then we got to do flip vertically. No, wait, we want this. That's in the wrong spot. We want the vertically one there. Like that. Speaking of fasting, Surly Dev, are you eating still? Are you not eating still, I mean? The guy's a monster. All right, flip vertically is going to go, wait, is that right? No, flip vertically, top to bottom. Yeah, no, we want that one on top. The horizontal one is on the right. I'm okay with that. Okay, so now this is going to go to here. Left plus width divided by 2 minus button size divided by 2. And on the top, yeah, I think that's going to work. Let's put the buttons there. Let's see if that works. Flip vertically. Did I not name these right? Maybe it's flip vertical. Yeah, flip horizontal, flip vertical. That's what it is. Got the wrong names. Okay, I think we can still get out of this without any continue. Set the next statement to the end of that. Step out. Change the code now. Come back up here. Set the next statement here. I'd never skip a meal, says Pudding. You're at 103 hours, dude? Surly Dev, that's insane. Dude. Impressive. Are you like supplementing with like broth at least or some kind of fat, anything? Or is it just purely like water? What's your supplements? I want to know that. All right, so let's run now. See if we got the buttons. There we go. Oh, this one's too low. Why is that too low? That's my flip vertical. Why is my top? Oh, top row. I need top row is what I need. Okay, one more time. Let's hit escape and select this one. We want this to be top row here. Your beard says Oranong Live 3. Looks so bad. Oh no, it looks bad? Or does that mean it looks good? All right, so here we go. Top row. How does it look? There we go. Now they're in the right spots. Nice. All right, let's try clicking one. Okay, cool. So flip vertical. Here we are. We want code like this a little bit. We need a begin update. We need to now come in here and we need to say stamp dot flip vertical. Vertically is equal to not flip vertically. So we're going to just flip it like that. Oh, please work. And did it work? It did not. Oh, okay. It actually did work, but for some reason, oh, I did horizontally instead of flip vertically. Okay, good. Well, that's good. Let's do this button, and let's take that code and put it there. This is so sweet. All right, and change this to vertically. It's good to be thinking every once in a while. Don't you agree, kids? All right, here we go. Holy cow. Oranong Live says, I had a couple cups of Bovril and Marmite today and some salt. Holy cow. It's usually just salt water and coffee in the morning. Oh, wait, are you Oranong Live 3, are you also Surly Dev? Or are you like in disguise? Or are you also, wait, hold on a bit of apples, bananas. No, okay, not as good as chocolate and Bovril, which are just perfect. These two, and they're so cheap. That's what I went for. Sort of like the stuff of dreams. I had a bottle of good wine, and I had a slice of buttered bread. The buttered bread, then really beautiful. Oh, wait, this is a quote. Big wall of text, says pudding. Yeah. I last ate breakfast at almost 10 o'clock in the morning, Sunday morning. Dude. And what else? Wait. Oh, wait. Surly Dev is up at the top right there. I see it right there. All right. What is going on with Oranong Live 3? Do we have to block this guy? Well. Do I want to ban you? Let's time you out. Let's see if that works. Looks like a bot. No kidding. I just did a timeout right there. We might go, I might go ahead and do a ban. Yeah, it looked like a bot. It was kind of cool. Cool looking bot. Okay, so let's go test our code over here now. And there we go. Left, right, up, down. Look at that. So sweet. I love it. And we can rotate. Nice. And the controls are close, right? So I don't have to move my mouse like way up here or over here, something along those lines. Just drop the piece down that I want. Hit escape to get out of stamp mode because we're kind of defaulting to this multi-stamp drop kind of thing. Flip them however I want to flip them, position it, that sort of thing. Oh, wait, is the positioning wrong? Look, the positioning is wrong, kids. The drag is wrong. We got to figure the drag out. Let's figure that out because we want that to work too. The drag is using a different image stamp. Let's see if we figure it out. Where's stamped out rotation? I fixed this with the rotation one. Here it is. This is my create floating stamp code. Here's where we have to do the scaling fix here. So when I click and drag this one, here's where we have to do it. So we need now a scale transform. So there's two kinds of things going on here because I'm using WPF as an image and I'm using the scaling transforms on it. And then, but for the stamping, I'm actually manipulating the image itself using other kinds of techniques and then copying that image onto a larger image. So I have to use two of these. So we're going to say scale transform like this is equal to new scale transform. I have a few twitch handles, but that isn't one of them. Yeah, looks like a bot. Okay, he's gone. Well, I timed him out, but I haven't banned him. It's okay. So we didn't like him anyway. Wait, we got a new to pudding here. It's okay, so we didn't like him anyway. I'll give him that. Who's the other to pudding? Or did you change your to pudding? Yeah, I don't know. We're getting to a point where I'm like, what? Now I got to keep an eye over here now. Ugh. All right, scale transform is there. There's our scale transform. Now we want to say, I think it's going to default to 1 and 1. Scale transform.scalex, but just in case, I'm going to say it's equal to 1. Scale y is equal to 1, like that. And then, well, actually, we've got this stamp out here, the known stamp dot scale. It's got its scale there and there. I'm going to do this and I'm going to do this. That's what I'm going to do. Let's go into the stamp. Okay. Counterfeit pudding. Yeah, I just banned him. Well, you know, we'll see what's going on here. There can only be one pudding, right, kids? All right. By the way, yeah, let me do this. Pudding. How do I add you as a mod? You're a mod user right now, buddy. So if you see anybody out there, Coding Gorilla, I'm going to make you a mod too. Boom. Boom. Like that. So now you guys have got some superpowers out there. Wait, I thought I did it with Coding Gorilla. Hold on. Nope, yeah, you're mod now. Yeah, by all means, if you guys see anybody out there that you want to ban before me, go ahead. Don't mess with me, cheap pudding. Surly Dev, are you a mod? Did I mod you? Dude, you're a mod now. I'm giving Surly Dev amazing power now. Moderated pudding. Fine, Jetsam, you're out here with us too. Go for it. You're now mod. So I've got like some serious mods out here. All right. Let's see. What am I doing? Oh, stamp X and Y. That's what I want to do. And I want to go look at, where was I using it? I was doing here. I want to turn this into scale X is what I want to do here. Let's do this. Introduce a local for this. Call it scale X. Perfect. And horizontal flip factor. Let's grab these lines of code and there and select all of that. And we're going to say extract method. Call it scale X like that. Wait, what? Why did a horizontal flip factor get a reference? That's wrong. That's totally wrong. All right. I'm just going to do this. Get rid of this. Take this. Type the letter G space. CodeRushed gives me that. And then I'm going to say if flip horizontally, then is it because I had it outside? That might have been it. That might have been why there. And let's inline this temp. How fast can this guy make new accounts? Yeah, is the question. Coding Gorilla. Is the guy just coming in with Coding Gorilla now too? Did I miss it? Before I left Germany to travel home, the fridge was empty, so it seemed like a good time to fast. Now I'm on over 103 hours. It's really Deb. Coding Gorilla, yeah. Gonna ban that Rory impersonator that keeps showing up at 5 p.m. Nice. Don't ever do that again. Okay, so. Yeah, it looks like I copied the wrong one here. Vertical flip factor. I moved the wrong one down. There's the scale X. This is going to become this. Scale X. And then this one is going to become scale Y. Like that. We're going to get rid of this. And then we're going to select this. So select all, shift enter to duplicate line. And does it change everything for us? Vertical flip factor. The only one is that didn't change is this vertically. Right. So there it is right there. So we're not going to allow an aspect ratio change on the scales. I decided I didn't want that for the stamps. Wonder who's going to be the next copied person. Fastest ban in the West. Nice job, guys. Look at you powerful folks out there taking back control of the stream. I feel like we need to report this out here to the Live Coders stream team. Take a look at this, see what suggestions they've got. I saw some folks talk about other disruptive bots, and at that point in time, I was saying, oh, you know what? I've been kind of lucky. Nobody's coming along here. Blows on gun, then puts it back in the thingy. Nice pudding. Nice pudding. Yeah. You know what I have to say about pudding, kids?
He's awesome.
He's awesome. Just like that. Pudding is awesome. All right. Back over here. Nice, Surly Dev. Look at you guys kicking butt. Okay. So now I've got these two. These should be okay now. Why are these not okay? Oh, private. We're going to turn this into public. And public for this one. Hopefully we didn't execute any code. Yeah, no, I'm sure we didn't because the other wouldn't have compiled. So now these two are good. And is that all I need? No, I don't. I need to add it to the transform group. Let's do this. Split initialization from declaration. And I want to say, hey, if known stamp dot flip vertically or known stamp dot flip horizontally, then I'm going to do this. So I'm going to initialize it. Then down here, I'm going to say, hey, if not null, just NN there, that NN template will give me that. Then I'm going to say transform group. It gives me this because scale transforms on the clipboard. So NN like that does that. So transform group dot add, or children dot add, like this. And we're going to add the scale transform. Rotate first, scale second. I think I'm okay with that. Scale transform, we need to initialize to null. Right here. Okay. So is that it? That may be all we need to do to get the drag to work. All right, let's run it. So now, are we working? I think we're working. If I flip it this way and drag it, working. If I rotate it and I drag it, working. Sweet. Nice. That's not bad. That's 40 minutes of work, and we've got a nice, really decent UI here working on this. What happens if I escape here? Do I get out of this mode? I wonder if I want that to happen. But I can automatically change mode. If I hit escape here, oh, nothing's happening here either. I want to clear this mode on escape. I want to clear the selection on escape. Where do I have that? I have escape, cancel, stamp mode. Here's what I want to do. Quick question, says Pudding. Turn on follower delayed mode for a little while. What's your question? When you select a tile block, it shows 4 to 5 buttons on the right. Yep. Yep, it does. These over here. Yeah, what do they do? Is that the question? What's the no wall? Where is the no wall button? I don't have it yet. I don't have it yet. Yeah, we can add that now. So, like, if I do like this, it builds a wall on the right. Oh, you know what? Can hold Control to delete. There's my no wall button. Yeah, that's what it is right there. Yeah. So if I want to get rid of it, like maybe I just want to get rid of it in the middle here, I just hold the Control key and click on it. Yeah, I still need to add. It takes a while to go through everything. I haven't profiled it, but I think it's because of the bitmap manipulations. That's what I think it is. So that's what that looks like there. I I don't have the ability to select the doors yet, but scaling. Oh, we don't have scaling yet. We don't have scaling. We should work on scaling. So scaling feels like it's going to work. Because this works, we're essentially doing the scale transform, right? So I'm hoping that this works too. So if I do that, let's look at our mouse down. Oh wait, I want to do the cancel mode. So the question is, if I hit escape here, I want to do this. I want it to do it in 2 stages. If map edit mode is equal to map edit modes dot stamp, then I want to go here. Else, if we're already in select mode, then I want to clear the selection. Clear selection UI. Does that clear the stamp selection? It does. It does that. So that is what I want to do. So let's run it now and see what happens with the escape. So select, escape, good. Escape. Oh, look at that though. When I zoom in and out, it rebuilds it. So it's not doing enough. I think I know what I need to do because it's still selected internally. So let's hit escape. I need to clear selection UI and then say selected stamps dot clear. I bet that fixes it. All right, now zoom in and out. Perfect. Okay, so select, escape, zoom in and out works. Select this, hit escape. Ooh, why that? I think there's another thing I have to do. So the UI clears it, but it doesn't clear enough of it. Let's do it again. This, escape. What is it? Selection, tile selection is what I think it's called. Dot clear. See if that fixes it. Nope, that did not fix it. I think it's called selection outline, as I recall. Create selection outline. It's called outline. Where do I remove it? I never, oh, here it is, clear selection. I call clear selection is what I should be calling. That is, whoops, breakpoint, try again. Escape, clear selection like that. And does that call tile selection dot clear? It does.
Great question.
So I don't need this. What I miss? Hold code, yeah, small print issues. I'm not seeing anything in the chat room. How do we get great question? It looks like I maybe bumped the button on my Stream Deck. It's a little too close to my keyboard. Okay. Run it. Whoops. Run it. And all right. Select, escape, good. Select, escape, good. Select, zoom in and out, good. Escape, cool. So now that means if I drop one of these on, I drop it, I'm in stamp mode now. I hit escape once to get out of stamp mode, escape twice to clear the selection. That's what I want it to be. All right, sweet. I love it. Yeah, super easy to now move and position these pieces in here. If I want to put it over here, I just pop it over here, reflect it left to right, and now I've got it right where I want it to be. Right? Really nice. Resizing. How did you get a great question, says Certainly Deb. Yeah, that's how I did it. I was in here. I don't have enough cord to reach to bring in the camera to you to show it. But the Stream Deck, the button's in the bottom right when I am on a certain page. That's what happened. Okay, so now let's see if we can actually stretch this. I've not given a lot of thought to this, but the essence of what I think we need to do is this. When the mouse goes down, we need to record essentially I think the distance across the diagonals. Right? What's that distance? Save it. And then as the mouse moves, figure out the distance across the diagonals, snap to, redraw that picture, I guess you scale it to the new position and update the image. I'm slightly worried about, well, we only have to update one image, the one we're kind of dragging, the floating dragging one. And then when the mouse comes up, then we commit the change. So I actually, at first I was worried that there might be a performance issue, but now I'm thinking there won't be a performance issue. We'll be able to handle that independently of how many images there are on the page or how big the image is. Okay. So let's handle the mouse down. Let's look at that code. By the way, Rory's not going to join us today. He's not feeling well, unfortunately. His cough from yesterday or his sore throat got worse. So, all right. Thanks, Early Deb, for your help. I appreciate it. I can delete that. So let's see. We want our mouse down. Let's go find our mouse down. Resize tracker, mouse down. Here's where it is. Set a breakpoint there. Here's our mouse down. Okay. So we just found out he was banned from the stream. I hope Rory passes his saving throws. Yeah, me too, Pudding. Yeah. Said told me he was taking some medicine. Said if it worked, he'd show up early for the stream. And I told him, oh, no, you don't. You do not want to be pushing your throat too hard.
Bennett is in the house.
Attention! Is this your sorry excuse for a stream? Sit up straight, eyes front. Drop it, give it 20, Private Benjamin. Pile, whatever your name is. No, really. Give me 20, Goldie. The cab driver waits. Will Bennett never fails to come in. Damn it. Darn it. No, Rory. May as well make my entrance now. How you doing, Will? We got, a bot kind of dropped its way into our intimate space earlier today here. Our friend zone, and we were like, well, yeah, we're not really feeling like we want you in the friend zone. Right now, Will, I think you've been lurking, you've been paying attention a little bit. Will, we are resizing, working to resize right now to see if we can do that. So, okay, so here's our ellipse. I think we need a couple things. I think we need the relative point within the ellipse itself to the center of the ellipse. That's our relative offset. So let's figure that out. So something like e.getPosition relative to, can I do sender as input element? I think I might be able to do that. And let's see what that gets us back. Nice. Sweet. So we dropped it 5 pixels, 10 from the upper left of it. The ellipse, though, here's my problem, though. I've got a constant here, but it needs to be up above. I think I'm going to have to stop. I'm going to stop because I need to move this out. Because we need to use this in more than one spot. Size, so resize diameter pixels, resize diameter. I think we're going to assume it's just like that, but I think I want to call it resize handle diameter, like that. Okay. Are you sure Roy didn't release that bot? I'm pretty sure. Maybe he was bored because he couldn't be on the stream. Maybe give the bot a fanfare that automatically puts the chat in followers only mode. How can we identify the bot, though? Like, how do we know when the bot is that bot? And how would we be able to identify it each time reliably? Okay, resize handle diameter. We've got this. Now, I want to go back to where I was. here. And then I want to say, let's get this. Let's say our mouse offset, resize offset is equal to position dot x minus resize handle diameter. Pretty sure that's right. And that's x. And then the y is going to be position y. I don't think we can interact with that from the API. Well, we could do this. I could send a command out from here, like, fuzzy checking the name against known members. Oh, if it's yeah, I suppose we could do that. Yeah, you could do something that's kind of like watching. All right, let's run again. I just need to get that constant out. Watching also for the pattern, but I don't know. Let's see how much nudging we get from the bots. Will we miss Rory today? Got a poll up here. I totally missed the poll. Okay, back over here. Let's drop our shield or our breastplate on. Let's jump out of stamp mode. Let's click and drag, and now we get the position, and we get we're -5 and a -5. It's this divided by 2. Let's go back and retry those again with divide by 2. Yeah, there we go. 0 and 0. That's more what I was looking for. Okay. Now we've got the offsets within the resize handle. We need to know which resize handle it is. So we want to basically, I guess we're going to go do this. If not, sender is ellipse, and give it a name, a resize. No, just call it ellipse. Then return. Then I want to come down in here. We'll say ellipse here. And then we might also want to say, hey, if not, ellipse.tag is, what did I call that class? Resize tracker. Then return. And now I've got my resize tracker in here now. And the resize tracker is going to tell me which direction we're tracking in and the stamp. So I think I want to do this. Actively resizing. Active stamp resizing is equal to resize tracker.stamp. What's my problem here? Why is this one underlined? I'm not sure what this is. I'm really confused as to why. What's my problem here? Resize tracker. Did I do this because while I was stepping through code and that's why it's not allowing me to do this? Let's go back up here. Set next statement. Let's paste all that code in again. Is it now gone? No, it's still here. What is it? F10. What's my edit? Oh, oh, I'm sorry. This should be not. That's what I wanted to do. Okay. And now that should go away. What is going on? Why does that think it is not initialized? I love it when Outlook reminds me that I have a canceled software stand-up. Yeah. Oh, wait, no, it didn't go away yet. It's still there. Oh, look at this. It's still there, but it's stepping through the code. Oh, wow. There we go. Finally, it went away. Okay. All right, so now we've got this one right here. Then I want to come in and say ellipse dot capture mouse. And do I need to call end capture on this thing later? Capture, what is it? I thought it was an end capture on this thing. Release? No. Release mouse capture? That's what I think I have to call at the end. Okay. So that's my to-do right there. New members that post multiple messages in succession during a short period. Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm with you on that. Coding Gorilla says, we're both named Mark, so I can see your confusion, Surly Dev. Oh, really? Coding Gorilla, your name is Mark as well. It's a good name. Highly recommend it. Okay, so we're capturing the mouse. That means we're going to get our mouse moves up here. We need to get the distance from the other side. Well, the center is going to go from diagonal to diagonal. We know the offset now is what we need. We know. The diagonal is going to be the stamp, that stamp diagonal. Let's figure that out right here. Let's say resize diagonal. Is equal to resize tracker dot stamp dot diagonal. That's what I think I'm going to do. Let's go declare that. Well, I should maybe declare the resize diagonal as a particular type right here, so CodeRushed knows what to declare the return type as of this. Let's declare this as a property with default body, and we'll figure out what the code is inside. This is going to be return width plus height It's going to be width times width. It's Pythagorean's theorem. Plus height times height. Square root of that whole thing. All right, I think that's right. There's my diagonal. And so now I have a basis from which to measure it. And I need to calculate the point on the other side of the corner. That's will of the people and will of the multiverse. Until the bot takes up the name Will Bennett, and Will Bennett. Here's a Coding Gorilla. Here's a. It's actually the bot's doing us a favor, right? By keeping the other people from getting names that look and sound like us. He's only named Mark because there can only be one true Will. Yeah. Okay. So there's our diagonal, but we have to find the other position of that. So, we want to also get the position. So this is the, I'm going to call this the ellipse position. Because we need to, this is that. And we need to get as well the position, maybe ABS position, absolute position, is going to be relative to, I think the, I have something called canvas out there. What do I have? Active stamp canvas. That should work for us. There's our absolute position. All right, let's come back up here. Set next statement and see what values we get here. Good. That's one I like right there. Got our mouse offsets, X and Y. Now I need to find the counter position, I think is what I want to call it. And that depends on which handle we're grabbing. Yeah, maybe the bot's tired of entertaining us now. Maybe. Okay. I actually thought the bot appeared to be pretty well written. I like starting the phrase that the other person said and then continuing along, essentially creating what looked like a phrase that was, you know, in the same sentiment as the original. I liked it. Yeah, it probably buggered off when I put on follower-only chat. Frackbird! Hey, maybe this time you won't hit that thing. It's really big. You just... No! Not again! Oh no, I'm losing my footing. Oh, somebody pull the plug. All right, good. We did it. All right. We need to figure out the counter position, and we can get that from the resize tracker. What has it got? The direction. So switch on the direction right here. It's going to give me my counter position on this. So if my direction is southeast, which is the one, the bottom right one, and I'm pulling southeast, then the counter position is equal to new point, and we're going to say it is equal to the I don't think I need absolute position. Well, I don't know. I can kind of play with it a little bit. Can I do an offset on here? There we go. Offset. I'm going to play with this space right here, where I'm going to offset this by the mouse resize offset X and Y. So for negative, then this is going to, I need to do the opposite. I need to negative both of these, I think. All right, absolute position like that. Frackberg. So have you banged Frackberg? Cover the iceberg with the pudding? Unbanned Frackberg. Definitely no Sweetberg. I have pizza and cheeseburger tooth, though. Yeah, that's my tooth. Except for I can't eat carbs because I'm on keto, so I have to make my own pizza. But Bruce Banner, Frackberg, maybe. Okay, so let's see here. Starting to lose focus on my code here. Let's see if I can restore it or at least get out of here with something working. Okay, so now I've offset the absolute position here, and now I've got it. So now the counter position is equal to new point of absolute position dot x minus where's my stamp? Let's do this. Let's introduce a new local for this. Call it stamp. Put it up here. Minus stamp dot width. And does width take scale into incorporation? Yeah, I think it does because we recreate the image at the new scale. I think it does. I don't know. So let's select this, duplicate it, absolute position dot y. stamp.height. And I think that's going to give me my point right there. Let's look through the values as we step through this code and see how it looks here. We can still be friends. Indifferent. Pineapple on pizza or no pineapple on pizza, Fracberg? Doesn't come from a cow or pig. It doesn't go on a pizza. Yeah, that is exactly how I feel, Coding Gorilla. Mushrooms are delicious too, says Pudding. Fracberg says, my barbecue chicken pizza disagrees. Yeah. All right, let's see what our values are as we go through here. Yeah, scaling's a little, requires some concentration. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to hack through this here. Okay, so I got my absolute position. And we're going to go down here in southeast. And our counter position should go from our X. Yeah, this should work. That's our, so now we have two different positions here. And active stamp resizing the stamp. Resize diagonal. I don't even know if I need resize diagonal. It's about 114. Capture mouse. So now with the capture mouse, I really need my counter position. I need that outside of here. I need it outside. And let's rename this to our resize counter position. You should be good with that. Edit and continue and set, whoops. Resize counter position like that. Let's see. Coding Gorilla says, no one can get my name right today. Tab Complete hates me, Coding Gorilla. Pizza should be a hot topic in every coding stream. Twitch's IntelliSense sucks. It does. Coding Gorilla, what do you mean? Maybe try ice cream on pizza. Any takers? I'll do ice cream after pizza, but I'll do keto ice cream and keto pizza. Coding Gorilla, the IntelliSense work fine. It's the fingers that are the problem. My personal pizza prep is spicy sausage, pepperoni, and mushrooms. I can't do the mushrooms. But I'll eat most any pizza, especially if I'm not paying for it, says Frackberg. Agreed. That's fine. I'm in there with you. Okay, so there's my resize counter position there. Let's do the other ones here because we kind of know what those are right here. So let's figure them out. Southwest, that means I'm pulling down this way. That means the Y is still this, but the X for the counter is a plus. Northwest is, this is a plus, and I think this is also a plus. So if we are size direction, we're pulling this, wait, northwest is that way. That and that. Yeah, they're both pluses. And northeast is going to be, I think, plus here and a minus there. Yeah, that feels right. Okay. Bald-bearded builder probably does taco pizza. When I was a kid, I was a really picky eater. After moving out and having to buy my own food, though, free food is greater than food preps. I get that. I totally get that. Yeah. All right, so now we've got these resize counter positions. We've got a capture mouse. Let's send one more time back up here to set next statement. Run. I think we have the things we need to start tracking. We did do call to capture mouse. We did. Okay. And now we're in here. Now we got to figure out how far we are. So, this is kind of the code to figure out where the mouse, wait, did my mouse resize offset X and Y? Those I need outside as well. I'm gonna kill this for a second and we're gonna restart the app. I need these outs here is what we need. Okay. And let's run it. So mouse down, I think we got this. The hard work is coming up, is calculating what the scale change is. But my idea is to figure out what the diagonal is of the mouse in the moment, and then change the scale based on that difference between that diagonal and the original when we drop the mouse down. And I think we can do that, but we won't see anything happening yet. Okay, escape, and now mouse move. That was a surprise. I guess that makes sense. Hold on. Just so I can set a breakpoint here. Run. Okay. All right, so now I'm going to click and drag out. Okay, so now we're over here. We've got an active stamp that we're resizing. We need to grab the absolute position here. We kind of need something like this. So we're going to say we don't need to get position here. We don't need those offsets. We need... Yeah, I think we do that. And then we want to offset a stamp position by the same we're doing over here, I think. Then we want to calculate the diagonal to the resize counter position. So that's going to look like this. I think we need a delta x. Resize position dot x minus absolute position dot x. Nope, should be the other way around. And then we need a delta y, which is going to be absolute position dot y minus resize counter position y. There's my difference right there. Let's just see what those numbers are as we go down. 75 and 88 seem bigger than what I actually felt like I dragged. Okay. Let's do this. Let's just do this. Canvas dot set left ellipse set top Y. Let's just do that. I want to see what happens with it. How does the following of it, the mouse, go? So if that doesn't do well at all. Why am I not getting mouse moves? I said capture mouse. Doesn't look good at all to me. Let's get that working first. And okay, hold on. Mouse move. I need a mouse up piece where I release that capture. I need to call that right there. So let's go. Oh, this is fun. I have to chase it up. There we go. There's my release capture. Ellipse.capture mouse. Release capture. Okay, run. Whoops. Yeah, okay. Okay. So the mouse move is immediately just... Oh, because active stamp resizing needs to be set to null as well. Okay, we need to do that, clear that out. I think that should restore some behavior here. Okay, nice. Now it's not moving when I'm over it. Click down, now it jumps, so that logic is clearly wrong. Oh, look at this though. I've got the mouse still down. What's going on? I was not aware I wrote code that did this. Spicy sausage. Start fracking. Wonder if it's related to the scale. Hard to tell. I need to kind of move this up here. All right, let's look at the code. So we can figure out why is it so far to the left. And the right, absolute position X. It might have something to do with this. Let's go see where the ellipse is added. It's on the stamp selection canvas. That might be our problem. Yeah, it should be step selection canvas. That might help. All right. There we go. Nice. Sweet. Okay, cool. We're just going to build this one step at a time here, is what we're going to do. So, step one, let's make sure, let's zoom in. Well, we can't really tell very well, but I'm going to grab this just on the bottom right of the circle. I've clicked it there, and now I'm going to move it. I want to see if the circle stays relative to the mouse the same place. Nice, it does. So sweet. That's what I'm looking for. So that is cool. It stays in that spot. So likewise, if I click it on this side right there and I move it, it stays relative to the same position of the mouse. That means this code, resize counter position, is that right? Is that the code I'm talking about? Mouse offset, no, it's this code, the mouse offset X, resize alpha, offset X and Y is working. That's what I believe is happening there. Time for a public play break. Lunchtime. Okay, Frackberg, hey, thanks for checking in. Good to see you. Take some spaceship driving lessons, dude. Seriously, it was right in front of you. It's like you saw it. It's like you're trying to hit it. All right, have a good lunch there, buddy. Surly, when are you going off your fast? Okay, so next what I want to do, you know, I do have my pilot's license. I did not know that. Frackberg, that's awesome. What do you fly, Frackberg? I have never had a pilot's license. I have had lessons in gliders. I've flown gliders before. Will Bennett says the FAA might want to rethink that. Yeah, we got some photographic evidence, Frack Burke. Surly says, I was thinking about ending this morning, but I wanted to still be fasting when you streamed this evening. Got it. Flown a Cessna. That's super cool. And Frack Burke, have you soloed? Are you like a regular pilot on it? I guess you must because you have a pilot's license. Out of medical, though, so I'm not flying anything right now. Okay. Think about 5 days, 120 hours. Magic numbers. Magic numbers. All right, so next thing I want to do is I want to restrict this motion so it always stays on the angle here, which I got to figure out how to do that. I'm not exactly sure how, because I want this to just go in a diagonal line from this one. So we're maintaining the aspect ratio. So what does that mean? If I'm here, it's over to the right, and if I'm up here, it's down to the below. Drones need tail numbers now. That could count. Interesting. That's super cool. The drones need tail numbers. I love it. Yeah, I'm actually looking at this right now, knowing what's coming up, and I'm like, I don't want to have to write this code. I don't want to have to think about this. But, you know, because this isn't very pretty right here. We have to make it match the stretch is what we have to do. What if the drone doesn't have a tail? I think it's still got to have some sort of number on it, I bet. Maybe it's over a certain size. Maybe that's the restriction. I wasn't aware of that, but it makes sense. All right. So I basically need to find out what the difference is, where this is, and where the actual... So I guess what I need to do is this. Hold on. This... I think I need to find out what the current aspect ratio is. Find out if it's less or more, and then based on less or more, then I decide which one to move, which one of those two values to use as determining the value. Because I could also use the smaller value and bring it down here, but I don't want to. Because let's look at this. Let's look at behavior over here. If I select this, oh, interesting. We don't even see the handles move. Yeah, this is kind of what's happening. Yeah, okay. So, all right, so we got to figure out the current aspect ratio. Let's figure out that. That's in our move. All right. Yesterday somebody said, hey, what do you need to be a really good programmer? Is math useful? And I said, yeah, but I think logic is more useful. The math you use is mostly pretty standard high school math when you're doing a lot of coding, especially like these kinds of things. And we're about to go right into it. But the logic is what I think is more helpful. It helps us understand, you know, what's maybe the best approach to do something, right? I think Will Bennett would totally agree with that. He often, I think, outmaneuvers me in his multi-dimensional universe of chess. When I coded this, I used the opposite point as an anchor. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'd be interested to see if you do it independent of which handle is dragged. No, I'm using the opposite. I've created a, I'm setting the resize counter position. That's the opposite point right there. So I am doing that. So here we go. Let's get our mouse move breakpoint triggered. Here it is right here. Whoops. Okay. We need to get the aspect ratio. So resize counter position X. We need to say my new absolute position. Let's call this the new position here, I think. Okay. So we'll say new position dot X minus my resize counter position X. Declare a new local for this. This is going to be delta X. That, duplicate that line. Now we get delta Y. That looks good. New aspect ratio. is equal to delta x over delta y, like that. So my gut tells me that I need to check to see if this is a greater than or less than the original aspect ratio, which I now feel like I should save, but it's not going to take too long to calculate it here. We can do it. We're going to say original ratio like that is equal to stamp width divided by stamp height. Well, it looks like I don't have a stamp here yet. Let's go get the stamp. Do I have the resize tracker there? There we go. I redid my delta X and Y. Sorry, I need to get rid of those. This right here. Stamp.height. Okay. So there's the original aspect ratio. I feel like the decision goes like this. If my current aspect ratio, well, this works in the positive direction, but I think in the negative direction it's going to be a little tricky. You know you want to sneeze, Miller. Let it go. Yeah, I'm not really sneezing. I don't really feel like it. In the positive direction, I believe what I'm saying is true, but I think it's really, because of the different angles, there's complexities with plus and minuses and signs and things like that, so that we have to get right. So we'll have to check this on each one of these. But I think it is, I think it's math.abs. That's what I think it is. If math.abs of the original aspect ratio is less than math.abs of the new aspect ratio. Copperbeard assured me those were sneezing flowers. No. Not sneezing flowers. And they're gone. Okay, so this is basically two different things we're going to do here. And I'm just going to have to test to see which one we do is which. So in one of these, we need to change let's move this down. Let's create two doubles up here, new X and new Y. And so down here, we're going to set both of these equal to the respective new position dot X, and this is equal to new position dot Y. Okay. Then, if we are, I'm just going to do this. This is equal to original aspect ratio times new position dot Y. And we got a sign problem that I know is going to happen as we start dragging in other directions. I think that's correct code right there. And then down here, we're going to do it with Y is equal to X divided by our aspect ratio. Is that right? Aspect ratio is width over height. Yeah. So the Y, and this is actually, wait, hold on. No, this should be delta Y. Like that. This should be delta X. Like that. And we have to add them to my resize counter position, if I'm correct on this. And this should be the Y. I don't know. And then we're going to come in here and we're going to use the new X and the new Y. Like that. That's my guess at what I think that code should look like. Okay. I don't know. Should we run it and see if it's a nightmare? Let's just run it. Let's select. Okay, already I'm in trouble when I hover over it. I think, though, I'm in trouble because I need to set this to null, and I didn't get a chance to do that before. Yeah, so let's set it to null. Delete that bit of code and clear the breakpoint and run it. All right, so now, now click and drag. Shoot, I got a breakpoint here, but I don't see a breakpoint. Why did I stop there? All right, one more. Now it's gone over here. Okay. All right, so it's not too much of a nightmare. I was hoping it was going to. Okay. Let's step through that code. I kind of want to okay. I want to only do this. I want to say, hey, if shift key down, then I want to break. So I'm just going to do this. So this allows me to kind of move it around, and then I'll hold the shift key when I'm ready to break it. Okay, so, well, even the mouse over, oh, I know, because we've got the same problem from before. We got to go clear it. Why is that stamp resizing?
Miller!
1333. Yeah, I don't think so. I think this code is correct. I know I've got a Y here and I'm adding it to the X, but I'm multiplying it by the aspect ratio. And here I'm dividing by it. So I think that's correct, is what I think. I think that's correct. Wait. Where is the code I just added? If shift key down, oh, there it is right there. Okay. So let's go into it now. Whoops, clear the breakpoint. All right, clear it. Now, mouse down and drag. Now I'm going to hold the shift key down right about here. There we go. Got it. Okay, so those two new X and new Y's are there. And the aspect ratio, original aspect ratio is 0. Okay. Let's go back up here. What is it now? There we go. This might work better. It looks like it was working. Huh, look at that. The code was working all along. We just needed a typecast. So there, that's pretty cool. Just what I wanted. So that's pretty cool, right? That is, right? This is me like, I think it's like this. Yeah, and so because the aspect, so the question was, wait, shouldn't this be an X here? What's going on is I'm taking my resize counter, I'm adding my aspect ratio times my delta Y. This is kind of a conversion. You can think of this like this, because the aspect ratio already consists of a y direction component and an x direction component. So if I multiply with the x on top and the y on the bottom times a y, I essentially convert my y to an x, and that converts it over. That's what's going on there and there. So, okay, that's good news. Next thing I want to do is let's go look at the set left and set top. All right, I'm going to stop it, the app, because I want to put my selection rect inside as well. All right, so let's do this. Copy that to clipboard, come down to the end, return, paste, hit the CodeRushed key, choose convert to function, come up here, hit the CodeRushed key, choose declare local, copy to the clipboard, come down here, hit the CodeRushed key, choose add parameter, specify that, paste it in, hit enter, 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 enter. Now we're going to come down, somewhere in here we're creating a resize tracker. There it is right there. Hit the CodeRushed key, choose add parameter, pass in the selection rect, like that. There it is right there. Good. Hit the CodeRushed key, choose declare property with initializer. Boom. Now I've got a selection rect inside of my resize tracker automatically. So now I can also change the selection rect, which is what I need to do in my resize without having to go in and rebuild my selection rect every time. That's what I'm going to do. Oh. I don't think I want it to be a I think I want to change this. I think I want to change it. Hold on. All right, just a little bit of refactoring here. No. It was such an impressive demonstration of CodeRushed and how quick it was to add all that code. But now what I want to do is I want to create a new resize tracker. Stamp. And do I have my direction? Oh, the direction changes. Oh, shoot. I'm going to do this. No, I'm not going to. Hold on. Let's go into resize tracker. We're going to get rid of selection rect here. We're going to get rid of size direction. We're going to get rid of size direction here, I think, as well. No, we're not. We're going to keep it. We're going to get rid of that. So with that, now... Oh, wait. Who's using direction? I'm going to change this to get direction because I'm realizing I need to have every tracking point so that if I pull and resize one, the others need to resize as well. So I need the resize tracker to actually track all 4 points and the rectangle. That's what I need to do. So I'm going to call it get direction, and I'm going to pass in the ellipse. And we're going to figure that out by matching to individual corners. That's what we're going to do of the resize tracker. Okay, get direction can go there. Then this is going to go away. I think we're gonna, now nobody's using this. Good. And then now I want to create a 4 ellipses in the 4 directions. Call this northwest. Northeast. Southeast, southwest, and southeast, like that. Now, if ellipse is equal to northwest, then my direction is equal to northwest. Select those. If we look northeast, northeast, southwest. Look at CodeRushed helping me out with smart duplicate line. And I don't know, I can just make this the default right here. Like that. Okay, there's my get direction. Now my resize tracker, let's go back to where I'm building it. Here it is. Let's pass it in. Add parameter here. Wait, add stamp selection rect. What's my problem here? Stamp left top. Oh, TV. Void. Okay. Let's add a parameter. Resize tracker. And now in the resize tracker, I'm going to say resize tracker dot selection rect is equal to selection rect. Now we have more data available to us in the resize. Then inside of here, what's going on in these right now? Resize tracker. Okay, cool. So we're just going to come in here, paste. Okay, there's that piece coming in. And now I want to say resize tracker.add corner, pass in ellipse, comma, size direction. That'll get my corners in there. Like that. Switch statement. CodeRushed SW template gives me that. And now I can come down in here and say northwest. Whoops. Northwest is equal to ellipse. Now I should be able to select this and duplicate it. And CodeRushed is going to give me that, duplicate it. Did I almost get all of those? So I got them all. Look at that. Okay, and then I can get rid of these down here. So once again, CodeRushed is duplicate, smart duplicate line and smart duplicate selection helping out. Love it. There's my add corner. Okay, now I think I have the data I need to do more of what I need to do. Now we're still, I should point out that we're grabbing only in one of the 4 directions. So it's not, we're about to run into problems. So this isn't perfect. The code's not great yet. So let's see if we can find that, our mouse move. Lips, mouth, move. I want to change this to resize tracker. Mouse move, and this one to resize tracker, mouse up. Like that. All right, let's run it again. All right. So drop it. Hit escape. Select and drag. That's what I want, right in there. We have a couple problems. We have also what happens when we do this? We need to now flip it horizontally, or I've got to not allow it. I'm not sure. Also, I think I should also have a minimum. Maybe I just have a minimum like this, that you can't flip horizontally or vertically by doing this. I'm going to force you to have to hit one of these two buttons off to the side. So I think that let's do that. Let's make it so that we can't get this smaller than, like, say, 10 pixels across. Would that be fair? Maybe 5? This is my delta X right here and my delta Y. So I think I want to Is it fair to say math.min? I'm sorry, max. Whatever's greater, 5 or this. No, that's not fair. No. What is the greatest number? This should be, I think, negative stamp dot width. Oh, I feel like I'm getting myself into all kinds of trouble. That's not going to work. It might work in this scenario, but won't work later. Yeah, I'm going to have to think about this, and we'll add this restrictive quality later, I think is what we'll do. So now we're setting the ellipse. We have this, we need to get an upper left and a bottom right is what we need to do, and then re-update everything is what we need to do. So so let's do this. Left, top, right, bottom, like that. Let's do this. Left is equal to math.min of our resize counter position X and our new X. And the right is math.max of those two. And the top is going to be the Y's. Okay, and the bottom is similar to the Y's. I'm going to try and follow along, but my employer keeps demanding my attention, so I'm totally lost now. Yeah, no, I know. I'm sorry, I want to apologize too. I'm trying to follow along too, to be fair. All right, so now I've got my left, top, right, and bottom. And now how do I get my ellipse out of this whole thing? The center's ellipse. Okay, yeah, I don't want to do that anymore. I want to now go to my resize tracker, and I want to say reposition based on left, top, right, and bottom. And I think I want to also say based on the canvas, which is the stamp selection canvas, this right here. So that's, I think, the function I want. I'm gonna have to stop. I think I am. Let's change this. Move it over into here. Okay, now let's do this. There's one more lowercase one in here, I think. There it is right there. There we go. Resize handle diameter. Put that there. Okay. Now, go back to where I was. So the mouse move right up here. That's what I need. So take those, get those out. Declare this. So, the northwest is going to be at the left and the top. Ooh, maybe I don't need the canvas. Let's extract this. No, promote to parameter. Reorder parameters. All right. Okay. Move to northwest or move to, actually, this could be any control. What's ellipse descend from? Shape. I think rectangle does too. Framework element. That's what is good enough. Right there. What? Okay. Good. Looks like we're good. Okay, so move to northwest goes to there. Southeast is going to go right to bottom. Out of that, we need northeast. And the northeast is going to go to the right top. And then we need southwest, which is going to go left bottom. Like that. So that should move all of those to those locations. We need to also say move to selection rect. And then we, for selection rect, maybe we'll just do this. We're just going to say Selection rect. It's going to say left and top. And then we need to say selection rect width and height is equal to right minus left, and height is equal to bottom minus top. And I think that's going to do it. And it looks like I don't need canvas in here because it's already on the canvas. So let's remove that unused parameter. There's my reposition call. I think this has got a shot at working. Let's try continue. What's my edit and continue? Adding a using directive where? Gotcha, okay. All right, let's run it now. Did I take them all? Yeah, I think it did. All right, good. So select. Something's going on. We need to. There we go. Nice. Look at that. This is weird when it goes out over here, but it's good. Let's see if we can get it to work. Okay, now this is weird. This is weird what just happened. I just let go of it and it kind of repositioned the upper left of it. But I think if we resize and reselect, I think we'll be okay. Oh, whoa, look at that. I grabbed the upper left one and that's working. What about the upper right? That one doesn't work. So upper right, and I bet this one fails too. Yeah. So we kind of got a negative thing going on in the other places. So we need to kind of work on it. But stretching this way and stretching this way does seem to work. Is that right? Although we're moving, we're jumping. Hold on. Let's see, select. Yeah, that works there. Let me click again and do this. Does it anchor at the right spot? It does. So all we need to do is move it and resize it when we get to this point. I say we do that in our mouse up. So we're not going to actually worry about, for right now, live previewing the resize. We're just going to change the shape, and then when you let go, it's going to resize it. Let's see if that works. Here we go. We need to be in the mouse up. All right. Select it. Release. Now, we need some of this code here. I don't think we need this. I'm just going to write down a comment here for debugging. And here, let's give it a lot of space, a little more white space here. Okay, so now we need to figure out how far we've gone. So we essentially need like all of this code here. I feel like we need almost all this code. To get us our new left, top, right, and bottom. Let's extract all this. Oh, I can't extract it because what do I have? Do I have a return in here? I've got returns up at the top. Okay. So I guess I got to return it and do this. Let's do this. Trick Visual Studio into extracting the method for us. Will it extract it now with that tricky part being in there? No, didn't like that. I don't like that one. Let's undo these two. We'll just take them as parameters and we'll remove them. Undo, undo. Okay, select this. Extract method. All right, so now we're going to call this get tracker, get new tracker position. Bounds. Get new tracker bounds like that. And I'm just going to send in this mouse event args. Do I get the same mouse? I have a different set of event args here, though. Mouse event args, do they descend from mouse event args? They do. Okay. All right. So it's going to get the bounds of it. Oh, I didn't see up here that I needed that resize tracker coming in here. All right. Okay. Okay. So now we can come in and do something similar up here. There's my get tracker bounds, and now I will want to resize it, and I think it's going to be looking like this. New width. Oh, look at that. We got the same problem again. VD did not do a double. Let's just build a second here. Oh yeah, so we're in edit and continue. Okay. Let's do a CodeRushed issue start right here. This is related to the bug we saw earlier. Nice flowers. Okay, kids, CodeRushed issue here. This is related to the problem before of declaring a new variable of type double. I'm typing in VD here, and we're still... Hold on, I'm going to turn down the sound just for a minute, Surly, just so the devs can hear me. I'm typing VD here, and we're not getting the variable declared. If I go outside, VD is working here. It's like it doesn't get that it's inside of a function. And I'm not sure why, because I'm in edit and continue right now. If I hit F10, the code is compiling. So I can type in TD here, and that works. But VD does not declare a variable. VI just fails as well. VS fails. All of these things are failing. So that's just more of the same of that problem we were seeing before with the more on template VD not expanding. I don't think I need the logs for this. We'll send it right there. All right. With that, get the music back up. Okay, so back in over here, we would say width is equal to right minus left. I should be able to work with one of these two dimensions since the aspect ratio is the same. So I just need to figure out the new width compared to the old width and figure out that's the new scale adjustment. That's what I think. I think there's probably about 8 to 16 places where I'm going to get into trouble and this code's not going to work. So I need to individually tweak for each of those places. I think this looks like this. VD scale adjust is equal to the new width divided by the old. Then I think it's resize tracker.stamp.scale times equals the scale adjust. Gosh, wouldn't it be great if that worked? Also, though, we need to figure out if the left is, we need to move it up or down because this is only going to work for dragging southeast drags. It's not going to work for the others. Let's run it and see what happens. Did it update it? Oh, it looks bigger. Oh, there we go. Okay, not bad when our drag is not working because we need to work on the scale there. I thought we kind of fixed that. Let's go look at that. Rotate. Transform. Here we go. Scale. Known stamp. Scale X. What's happening here? Oh. I think I know the problem. Or known stamp.scale is not equal to 1. Now we're in it. Good. Okay, cool. Now this might work. Whoops. Select, drag. Good. And if I click off of it, but I click on it. Good. It's just in the corner right there. Good. Okay. Not bad. Okay. Resize, even bigger. Now letting go, it's changed it, but it hasn't updated yet. If I zoom out, It doesn't update it yet. That's really interesting. It hasn't redone it. Let's go look at what's going on with scale. When we change the scale. It should reset the image. When I drag it now, all of a sudden it does. It's updating the stamp layer, I think. I think that's what's going on. We need to update the stamp layer. I think we need this wrapped around it, is what I think we need. In fact, oh yeah, I don't have it working for multiple pieces here. Hold on, we need to go back to where we had it there. Mouse up right here. Okay, we got a breakpoint. Let's do it. Boom. We need code that looks like this. That's what we need. I think it's not liking this because I was modifying a statement. Yeah, okay. Okay, let's do it again. Oh, shoot. All right, scale adjust. All right, I think that's going to fix it. Let's run it and now try it. There we go. Okay, good. So here, pull right and down. Kind of interesting. Yeah, it is not, it's anchoring off the side instead of off the center. But I think I could change this to anchor off the center, in which case it makes my code job easier, because it is kind of, since everything else is anchoring off center anyway, and that's what I wanted to do is base it on the centers, I'm going to do that. I'm going to change this so that when we resize that, it resizes it the same on all sides. So get new tracker bounds, I think, is the key to do that. So that's my new width. I think the key is here. there it is, got me again. New width is equal to this. And I gotta go find the old height. Right there. Is stamped out width an int? I might need to change to a double. Janiscu 7, look at that. So I think there's a I think there's these two as well. And then, so if we figure out what our new width is, yeah, I think we need these out here. Like that. And then we need our left adjust, how far left we're moving. Left adjust is equal to width, stamped out width, minus new width. Divided by 2. Top adjust is stamp height minus new height divided by 2. Then our left position minus, wait, is that right? I think it's plus left adjust. This is plus top adjust. And then the right is going to be plus left adjust. I think this is a chance of working. We'll see. It could be a mess. I haven't given it a ton of thought. It looks like, hold on, let's select it. Here we go, there. Look at that. Wait, is it, what's happening? Oh wait, we've got a problem when we're off. We have a problem if we're not right on the line. If we're right on the line, also it's not in sync. Okay. It's funny, for a moment I thought we had it. We go out wide. It does go to fit it though. That does look better. Let's figure this out. Wait, left adjust, top adjust. Oh, we're just because we're setting them here. I see. Oh, I think I know which, I think I know what the problem is. Or I think I know where our error of our ways is. Hold on. We need to redefine. So we're using new width here. That means we need to redefine new height here. And say new height is equal to new width times aspect ratio. Nope, divided by new aspect ratio. I think that's it. And this one is new width. It's equal to new height times aspect ratio. Let's give it a shot and see what happens. Nope, it's still off. It's kind of fun, but kind of a mess. Let's go ahead and set some breakpoints on here. Let's see what happens here. Let's shrink it down. Shift key down. Okay. I know that's not much different, but let's give that a shot. Nope, it's still off. And the aspect ratio is changing. The aspect ratio should not be changing. The bottom right corner, though, is at least in the right spot now. The aspect ratio is totally changing, though. That doesn't make sense to me. Oh, wait. I think I got the problem. It's getting close. I think our logic wasn't off. This, I think, needs to move down after we redefine new height and new width. Let's see if that helps. Let's see if that helps. I would just love for this to work. Nope, aspect ratio is still changing. Do you have a launch date?
Is in the house.
Yeah, we got we got a new dungeon master. And because of that, we've pushed back our launch date. Our new dungeon master is excellent. We just need a little more practice time. So we are looking at April Fool's Day. April 1st as being our launch date. If that's a Sunday, I'm not sure if it is or not. But that's kind of what we're talking about now. What do we got? Nope, it's not. It's a Wednesday. So I don't know. I'd say March is what we're talking about. Sometime in March. The tech is done. It's just we need practice. We need the practice. Is what we need with the new kid. All right. What is going on here? Yeah, nice. That's not bad. I'd like it to be sooner, but so yeah, my aspect ratio is changing. It's like I'm using the mouse position, and instead I should be using this bottom position right here to calculate the offsets. So it's like the left adjusts and right adjusts are stamp width minus the new width. Do I maybe have these reversed? Hold on, there's one more thing I'm going to try on this. I might have these two reversed. Let's see if that fixes it. No, it's still crazy. Although, wait. It's maybe not so bad. Well, hold on. When I wrote this code, kids, I was like, hey, it might work. Oh man, come on. It's like, it's not even close to what I want. I want this to increase. I want this to increase in size or decrease in size, keeping the scale from the center point, but it's not working. What is happening here? As I move to the right, it's really subtracting from the left a lot. Yeah, so I was closer with the divide by 2. All right, let's rethink the logic here. Let's shrink it down a bit. Okay. So if I select it and I pull down into the right, the distance, whatever if I keep the mouse, by the way, if I keep the mouse right over the dot, right, then it resizes correctly for me. But it's if I move too much here, it's like it adds in the wrong, it's adding and it shouldn't even add. It's like I've got, yeah, switching these wasn't the right way. Hold on a second. Let me unswitch them. I think I was smarter when I wrote them the first time. No, we still have a problem with the aspect ratio changing. So the goal is to figure out how to move left and top. Uh, yeah, I think I'm gonna have to kind of draw this out to figure out what's going on here. So if we have an aspect ratio, hold on. So this is the original position. This is the drag to position. There is, when I do that drag to there, it brings it to here, right? So there's the mouse right there. So there's my mouse. Here's where the resize handle goes to. And what I want on the other side is for these to go from here to here as well. I'm going to change this to be a dashed line to indicate that they're older. So I want to get this out here. And to be fair, I want to get this one up here. Like this, and this one down here. That's what I want to do. So, get new tracker bounds. That's what does this. It figures out the left, the right, the top, and the bottom. So, and the thing that's remarkable is if the mouse is in this correct position, if the mouse is here, if the mouse is there, these appear to be calculated correctly. Let's just double check that. I want to get something that's got a wider aspect ratio to it. Okay, so now we're going to take this. Let's take the bottom right one. Yeah, the aspect ratio appears to be preserved as we go in and out like this. If we hover that mouse right over it, but it starts to go wrong, the aspect ratio changes as we move to the left or as we move up here. And that's what was wrong. The aspect ratio should never change. So for the aspect ratio to be changing, that means this code it indicates the problem should be these two lines, one of these two lines. New width. Hold on, I got an idea. I think I have an idea that might solve this. What does that do for us? Does that help us? Just reversing the order of those lines? No, absolutely did not help us at all. I feel like we're really close, and the problem is I'm just not wrapping my head around it. I think I need to take a break from it and come back. That's what I think I'm going to need to do. Just to refresh my head, think about it. Think about this diagram over here, what I need to do. This will probably be my last stream, says Will Bennett. It was a pleasure knowing you guys. Happy coding, streaming, watching. Being Rory. Thanks, Will Bennett. Will, you're so awesome, my friend. Super look forward to running into you again in the future if that works out. Either on the stream or in real life. I have a ton of respect for you and all the code you've written. Stuff like that. Thank you so much, Will. Surly's like, Will, where you gone?
Will Bennett rocks.
Yeah. I had a similar reaction, but I'm like, you know what? I'm going to let Will Bennett.
He's awesome. Awesome contribution.
Yeah.
Level up. The chat room is on fire.
Who's going to have the awesome intros now? What kind of adventure is better than this? Says Surly Dev. Yeah, I'm with you. We'll miss you, Will Bennett. We absolutely will. And if you could, come back and visit us in the future. From time to time. Let us know how you're doing. We'd love to see you again. Don't know if it's better. That's why it's an adventure. Well, good luck. Stay in touch. Take care. Yeah, Will has made nothing but awesome contributions here all of this time. So I think I'm going to, since we're kind of at a slow point here, I think I'm going to send you off. That's what I think I'm going to do. We're not bad, right? What we did is not bad. I don't get this. It's like just the opposite. It's like I feel like I'm just not far away. Not far away. New height times new aspect ratio. What's my new aspect ratio? Wait, why am I using this? Shouldn't I be using my original aspect ratio? Holy cow. I think that's my problem. Hold on. What if my logic was right all along and I just missed those two pieces? Let's see what happens here. This is not the original logic I had, but nope, also not good. But this is not my original logic. We had this here, and this here. So my original logic. Ah, the original logic was correct. I just used the piece here. I was original aspect ratio should have been used, and I was using new aspect ratio instead. Sweet. Sweet. All right. So now that works from this angle. Does it work from this angle? No way. Does it work from that angle? Bottom right, it works. Sweet on that, but I've got to fix individually each corner. This one does not work. Totally does not work. This one does not work. Whoa. And yeah, that's pretty much a nightmare. And this one doesn't work either. It like jumps it way out all of a sudden. And okay, not bad. But the bottom right, I'm going to call that one a win. I'm going to call that a win. All right, not bad. So we can rotate using the buttons right here. We can flip up and down. We can flip left and right as well pretty easily just by dropping the pieces in here. Drag them over, move them where we want. We can resize them, make them bigger. Nice. Get them in the right position. Set the tile for the floor. Yeah, it's not bad. Hue shifting. I wanted to do hue shifting, but I think I'm not going to do it. Nice. Yeah, pretty easy to set up the dungeons. So very, very cool. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, pretty cool. Who's going to tell you that your code is wrong, Mark, now that Will Bennett is gone? No one. That means my code won't be wrong anymore now that Will's gone. Perfect! My plan worked! Yeah, we'll miss you, Will, if you're still out there. We're so glad you've been with us. You've made the show way better since you've hung out with us. Let's go look at traps over here. Traps were kind of oversized, and I wanted them to be much smaller. Like that. I wanted to fit right over a square. I feel like I want to have maybe a 1/3 scale button automatically that I just hit. There's a trap, and then we can put a cover over the top of the trap, like something like this. Yeah, pretty cool. We need to be able to save the files. I think we'll do this next time. So this is kind of cool. We got to cover over the trap, and the idea is that if they step on the trap, it'll, electrocute them or do whatever. They'll fall down into it, that sort of thing. Or we can put a cover. I also love the idea of a cover coming over the trap that's like one of these tiles, like in this shape right here, like something like that, so it's hidden. And I also love the idea of putting something down at the bottom of the trap, like a bad guy or something like that. Oh, I forgot that one does the wrong way. Got to do it this way for now until I fix those sizing. Yeah, nice. Not bad. I also kind of like the idea of repeating the last scale as an option. So whatever the last scale change is, we can hit that anywhere. Yeah, nice location for a trap too. I love the idea too of having this be something that we can trigger. So I can put like a trap trigger. In other words, you put your foot down on this floor, you step in this space, and it can trigger another trap that can have both visual and other kinds of impact to it. So the trap could be remotely triggered in another location, or for example, we can make this tile right here, when we step on it, triggers this trap right here, which fires out. Kind of a cool idea. And build those traps right into the dungeon map. So, okay, cool. So the map is looking better. I've got a kind of a funky resize going. Not perfect. Needs a little bit of work, but I think I need some lunch and, take a look at it, come back. What's our day of the week today? It's Thursday, isn't it? It's going to be a while until we see each other again. Tuesday is our next event. Maybe tomorrow I'll live stream. Maybe I'll come in tomorrow and pick this up because I'd love to get this finished with regards to resizing on here and have that all nice and working. But I like the UI. The UI is not bad, right? Having these buttons around here, having them close by instead of, way over off to the side. I think it works. I think it works pretty well. Let's go drag a trap down onto the floor here. Resize it. So it just fits over a square. All right, I'm pretty happy with this. Not bad. Just got to fix the resizing all the way. And then next week we'll do color shifting if we can. I've got this really cool idea for color shifting. I was talking about it a little bit at the start of the show. Something like this, where we have, let me go get, where's my mouse? Where are you, mouse? There you go. Hue. I just want hue. So I'm thinking about well, yeah, did he leave because you didn't make him a mod? He was a mod. Should have been a mod. Why can't I crop this? Is this because this, only because I got two things selected here. Hold on, there we go, crop. I don't know. I don't know why he left. I did not ask him. But I felt that same level of sadness, but I also, kind of got to respect the choice. So here's what I want to do here. It's kind of a cool idea. I want to be able to specify a start and ending range is what I want to do. So I can specify a start color and an end color. And whatever that range is, though I feel like I need more space with this. I doubled it up. I don't know. I could get rid of the doubling too, but then I got to be able to swap beginning and end. I have to have one that's a beginning and one an end. And the idea is I specify the range and then I color shift within the range is what I do. So I can go from, this is 0 in the middle, 0, char map. Get my degree symbol out here, copy that, paste it in here. It's my 0 degrees. Drop the font down. So I go from 0 degrees to negative 180 degrees. So I want to be able to color shift, hue shift rather, like this, but also bound it to a range. So by default, all colors are shifted like this. But if I want to, like, say, only take the blues and change them, I could specify that by coming in here and dragging this like to here. And that means only my blues will be shifted by some degrees. And that will allow me to come in and take, like, if this had a blue cover, I could shift just the color of the covers without shifting the color of the wood. So that's kind of the idea. I want to be able to do that kind of color manipulation on an individual sprite basis. So that's kind of one of the things I'm playing with for the future. Kind of a cool idea, I think. He was only VIP, laughing out loud. That's some mighty fine branding, Phillips says, going there. Yeah, they do. Well, dang it. I've got to do something awesome so that you'll miss me when I'm gone too. Certainly we'll miss everybody when they're gone. We'll miss everybody. Let's go rate a channel out here. Let's go send you over to, Tyler Leon Hart. Tyler's awesome. We'll start the raid, kids. We'll get that going. And we'll see you maybe tomorrow. Well, who knows? I might show up tomorrow again. Other than that, though, kids, really glad to have you with us. And we'll see you at the very least next Tuesday.